Hello YouTube, what's going on? My name is Equagan. In today's video, I want to go over the Bequest sword. It actually comes from the final boss in the Deepstone Crypt raid if you want to farm for it. Usually you have to wait for the raid to be the featured raid and then you can farm for it. I would say that we have about maybe 4 weeks left until that raid comes back. Now, the sword has a lot of cool combos to it. And in the past, this sword in particular was doing more damage than the other adaptive swords. So I have looked into that. I can't confirm it. You know, if you're out there, you know, you confirm it, just leave it in the comments. But yeah, let's look at what this sword can get on it. This sword can get a lot of different options. And when you first look at this, you can be like, oh my God, what about chain reaction and like unrelenting? Hear me out. We already have a sword like that. You can actually farm for this sword in the Grass Avarice dungeon by just, you know, fighting the final boss over and over. This sword has this 2 combo. But the reason why this sword is good like this is because it's a vortex frame. So when you're surrounded, right? Let's say you're surrounded and you use the vortex frame animation and you hit like 3 things. And one of those things end up blowing up to chain reaction. Guess what? It's going to spread out to the others, which is probably going to heal you, especially if you're doing this against minor enemies. Does this new sword really need that? No, because it's not a vortex frame. So it's not going to be hitting like multiple things. It's going to be hitting like one thing. All right. Now, in terms of perks selection, there's a bunch of different stuff. Someone said demo, I said no. The reason why I said demo no is because you need to get 10 kills. You could get a Hinge demo, which brings it down to 8 kills, but I still don't think it's worth it. Even Vorpal is like one of those things I'm just like, don't need it. There are 2 things here that I would probably prefer, right? And that's going to be surrounded. The reason why I say surrounded is because this season, Bungie has made it to where the Rampage spec mod, the surrounded spec mod, and I forgot the last thing, Dragonfly. You don't need the mods anymore. These weapons with these perks just automatically have it. So if you're near 3 targets, this sword gets 30% extra damage right away. So you got to be within 8 meters of enemies. And this will proc, and you get that damage right away. This would be a nice thing to probably use if you're maybe like just focusing on one big target and you know you're going to be surrounded, you have a well or something to help you survive. Vorpal is cool, but it's, once again, it is only 10% extra damage. Don't really need it. Now, one neat thing that I see here that I liked was One for All. You hit 3 different targets, you get 35% extra damage. This is the most that you can get anyway on this sword, and it lasts 10 seconds. The neat thing here is you can go and hit 2 targets and then go after the big boy. Okay, so this, not only can this be a nice ad clearing sword, but it can also work on a big boy. Then I was like, wait, if I use One for All, right? And if I get this enhanced, I get it for 11 seconds, which is not bad. What do I pair this with? There's a few different things here. Do I want to live? Sure, but that's a gimmick. Final Blows gives me increased charge and efficiency. Final Blows with this weapon generate an improved amount of ability energy. This is one of the ones that I was looking at, and I tested it with the Bray Inheritance. Then I went up, Thresh, no, I don't need it. Relentless, I was like, wait a minute. If I land 3 strikes, light attacks right away, it gives me sword ammo, right? What about these 2 together? Because, you know, if I don't want to do the Wellspring thing, I still have this buddy right here that's going to give me a small amount of ability energy, right? So then I pair that with Swords Master Guard. I was like, you know, I want to increase charge rate, because why not? And when it came to this area here, I went with Hone Edge, all right? So my impact goes up, but it doesn't affect my magazine or my ammo capacity. In terms of what I have, this is what I put together, all right? I have Hone Edge, Swords Master Guard. The masterwork for this is going to be impact. You can't choose a different masterwork. There's going to be impact for this. Now, generally, most people will probably put on like either like major or boss spec, whichever one you feel like. I came up here to this boss. I got him low enough where more ads came out so I can kind of show this in action. But I don't know where he's hiding. Okay, so he's over there. Let's say he's over there, and I hit 2 of these guys, 3. Boom. 1 fall is up. Now, with 1 swipe, I did 31,109. Right? And basically, 2 swipes, he would have been dead. Okay? So having something like this, being able to hit multiple enemies around you, proc it, and then go hit the big guy is really nice. If you're thinking about survivability and you're like, I want to use this in end game, Unrelenting is definitely not a bad thing to have. because you have a sword that can hit hard, and then when you need health, right, you're killing things to get to that one for all, right? You're hitting things to get to that, okay? And then if you get enough damage out or enough hits out, you're gonna have that 35% extra damage, which allows you to kind of clean up. So unrelenting would be an end game situation. But I think having Relentless Strike is really nice in terms of ammo. And not everyone does end game. Like, not everyone's going to want a sword for, like, every hard thing in the game. Sometimes you just want to chill, right? Sometimes you just want to go through strikes. Or, you know, you want to go do patrol things with your friends or, like, heist battlegrounds, right? These are nice things to have. And then having the ability to block as well with Sword Master's Guard is another thing that kind of brought it over for me. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you have any suggestions or your own opinion about this sword, definitely leave it in the comments. If you like this channel, we're slowly working our way to, you know, getting to that next mark on YouTube, which is going to be 50,000, right? We'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button. See you in the next one. Deuces.